This jar is a rare and stunning example of 16th century blue and white porcelain. It has an interesting provenance, the Riesco collection, who was a collector of Chinese ceramics, and not only, since at least 1935. And he was also a member of the Oriental Ceramic Society. And precisely, it was at the Oriental Ceramic Society that this object was exhibited in 1954. The main decoration of the jar is a landscape with human figures in it. The landscape shows pine trees and bamboos and shows a human sleeping in a hut. In the garden there are other human figures, perhaps officials, some of them were dressed in literati style, and it's highly likely a scene from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It was a historical novel, one of the most famous in Chinese literature of the 14th century, that refers to historical happenings of the 3rd century, and it was very much still famous and popular in the Ming Dynasty. The shoulder shows a decoration of lions and lotus flowers. The lotus with their scrolls are very delicately painted, and the lions are an auspicious symbol and perhaps a reference to military officials. In fact, during the Ming Dynasty, lions were the symbol of the first-rank military officials. It is a very special object for multiple reasons. One is that it's a date piece. So the mark underneath the base tells us that it was made in the Xingyou year of the Jiajing era, which corresponds to the Gregorian calendar 1561. And this jar shows all the main characteristics and elements of mid-16th century blue and white porcelain. The main characteristic is perhaps the dark and almost thick cobalt blue painted in underglaze that almost shows some purple nuances on occasional spots. There is an inscription on the rim that tells us the purpose and the use of this jar. It was very likely used for storing alcoholic beverages, most likely rice or millet wine. The sentence is very poetic and it says, 100 pots of delicious wine for the officials. It is such a pleasure to be able to study and handle objects such as this one. It offers us a glimpse into the beauty and refinement of Ming porcelain, particularly blue and white porcelain of the 16th century.